On the Mic with Vocal Art Studios.
Hey, my name's Casey Newbold-Kerr. I'm the head of music and guitar teacher at Vocal Art Studios. Welcome to On the Mic. Here is my co-pilot.
Hello, everyone.
This is Bianca Schembri. She has been a student at Vocal Art Studios for how long now?
This is my 5th year.
5th year. And how old are you?
I am 13, turning 14 this
That's
year.
a lie. You're 32. But you're taller than I am, see? Good chair.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, Bianca's a really cool student. She plays... tell them what you play.
So I play guitar, piano, and drums, and I also sing.
You sing. So that's like the whole band in one. And
Yeah.
I've been teaching you guitar for... How long is
Probably
that now?
about a year and a half.
Really? A year and a half?
We did it about the whole year last year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
And then we've started this year.
Yeah, and like naturally she's awesome at guitar, awesome at piano, awesome at drums, and you're going to hear her sing later on. She's going to sing an original, a really, really cool a song that she wrote. How long ago? Is that about a year ago, I want to say?
Yeah, probably about a year ago.
Yeah, so you're in for a real treat there. We got a bunch of giveaways, all sorts of cool stuff. We'll be encouraging you to interact, call in, comment, all that stuff. I'll be giving out the number soon or now. Isn't that right, Pino?
It sure is, mate.
No coaching from the audience. No. So then that number is 0412 376 848. 0412 376 848. Call in. We're really quite nice.
Yes, don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We might even get a call from Liz.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Hopefully not. She might call in and yell at us.
Yes.
No, she wouldn't do that. So let's just talk about how, obviously, so you were, I've got to do my math here. So were you like 8, 9-ish when you started to play?
Well, when I came to vocal arts, I was 9.
9, yeah.
And I started, that's the first year I did drums.
Yep.
So I started drums at vocal arts with Troy Gretsch from the beginning.
Yeah, and what are the topics that we're going to cover here today, this evening, is influence in music. I think anyone who's a musician has influences. Hopefully some of us can influence people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very interesting topic to delve into a little deeper, because I think some of us perhaps don't give influence enough credit, but we'll get to that anyway. But that leads me to sort of ask, what was it that made you start, well, your first instrument, drumming, and or taking drum lessons?
Well, my first instrument was actually piano.
As I said, my first instrument, piano. Yes,
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's right. Correction.
I wasn't even like influenced from the beginning. I've always had music in me. When I was couldn't even talk yet. Like my dad would put a song in the car, and I would just tap my foot to the beat, from the beginning. When I was 4, I wanted a piano, so I got a piano from Santa, and I just put like little numbers on the keys. My dad would print out some stuff, and I'll just teach myself.
Yeah.
And then I started doing piano at like school and stuff. But that's when I found Vocal Art Studio, because I wanted to start drums, which was really good because, you get a lot of experience there, opportunities. And, yeah, then from then on, I just kept picking up instruments, and I really loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think that's a pretty common thing. If you love music, you might start out with one instrument.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get this itch. And so I reckon I could maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like me with drums. I'm still just having a go.
After a few years.
Yeah, and I'll be having a go for a long time. But
Yeah.
well, let's just talk about, you said interesting opportunities at the studio, and not to make this sound like some sort of, long-winded commercial or anything. It's actually a cool story. London last year.
Well, it was a really good opportunity.
So just to explain there, that was very vague. the studio organised a trip to London with, I want to say it was about 20 students, I feel. And their families. So it was quite a
big group,
quite
big
a
family.
circus we had going on. And it was good. And anyway, we went over there and were there for just shy of 2 weeks, if I recall. And there were some performances. Went to see a West End show. You know, all sorts of really fun things. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. And there's a cool story I might tell about how I almost gave Liz, well, not a heart attack, but I did. I did raise her ire slightly when I went out one night. I saw there was a tribute to The Who playing, and I sent them a message. I said, hey, I want to come see your show, you know. I sing for a Who show in Australia. They're like, oh, cool, we know who you are. Come for free. Went, well, yeah, all right. And so I went along and just hung out for the show, and at the end of the show, I thought, well, I'll beat the crowd. I had to go to the toilet, so I rushed off to the toilet. Anyway, I'm walking out, and I hear, from Melbourne. From where is he from Melbourne? They're calling me up on stage. And so I got to sing a song with a Who tribute in London. Like, what are the odds? Anyway, I hung out with them after the show. Liz sends me a message. Are you alive? I'm like, I am. Yes, I'm more than alive. I'm having the time of my life. But yeah, what did you get out of that trip?
Yeah, it was fantastic. We did some institutes. We got to perform. And, you know, we learned a lot from a lot of people. We got Natalie Gauti. And, like, we sang our songs, we got feedback, so then you go back and, you know, you can fix your songs and make them better.
Yeah.
And, you know, performing in London is a great opportunity. Just being in London is fantastic.
It's a great city.
Yeah, it is. And, like, getting to hang out with everyone and, like, watching them perform as well, you can also get ideas off them, and it was just really cool.
Yeah, and everyone got to record at the Premises recording studios. Where a whole slew of big name acts have recorded. The engineer that was working with us that day had just recorded, and it was actually you who told him this last week. What was it?
Rockabye Baby by
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
I actually knew it, but I just wanted to didn't want to make a fool of myself. Hi, Ash. Hi, Tash.
Hello.
People are saying hello. Say hello to us. We're really very nice. As long as you say hello. No.
Yeah.
But no, that trip was great, and you know, there've been a whole other bunch of performances that you've been involved with.
Yeah, you know, going to vocal arts, you get so much opportunities, and it's just a great community. Everyone supports each other, and it's just really fun. I love it.
Okay, to that end, well, obviously excluding me, because I would. You know, I'd win quite clearly. We all know that. Who's been your favorite teacher? And it doesn't have to be someone who's actually taught you either.
I don't think I can answer that, because they're all the teachers are just fantastic in what they do, and you learn a lot from all of them. So I can't really choose.
Okay, well that's why I wisely took myself out of the pool, just in case it wasn't. That's how you know that you're safe.
That's a very good answer there, Bianca.
It was very inclusive. There'll be a lot of smiles next time people see you. A lot of high fives in the hallway.
Yeah,
That's what you want to go for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Got to learn that early. But later on, as I say, we've got heaps of giveaways. We've got, what have we got? I got a little box here with giveaways. Let's have a look. A big box, really. Well, obviously, the Village Pizzeria, our sponsor here, one of our sponsors, $50 voucher for there.
Yep.
That's really cool. Let's open it up. And I can assure you, if you order a pizza from them, you'll actually have pizza, not just documents and strange oddities.
Yes, we promise.
It's the Chords for Someone Like You by Adele. That won't be in there. It's something I needed the other day. So we got the Vocal Zone lozenges here. Great for singers.
Yes.
We keep these in stock at Vocal Art Studios, but today we'll be giving some away, which I'll explain later on how you can get those. And what else we got here? We've got some buy one, get one free vouchers for Sanchuro at Water Gardens.
Yes, very nice place.
Very kindly donated. We got 3 of those. So lots of cool stuff to give away. Of course, later, let me just fold up my pizza box here. It's clear I don't work at the Village Pizzeria because they would be much more efficient. What's down here? And later in the game, later in the series, Liz has said that we'll be giving away some Shure mics and such. So keep tuning in every week. Heaps of really, really cool stuff. to give away. The first song that we're going to be playing is actually going to be from someone at the studio, the GM himself, the general manager, managerial material, Ricky Muscat, and his band Muscat. They've been doing some really cool things. They've secured quite a few really good slots, playing with international artists, quite a bit of airplay for quite a time there. His Facebook page was quite interesting to read because it was just constantly people posting, "Hey, heard you on the radio, heard you on the radio, heard you on the radio." And I'm like, why haven't I heard him on the radio? But we'll be hearing from him. Also, another, former student, because she's actually in America at the moment, Ashley Stewart, song called Kerosene, which I'll explain when we play that a little more, but that's a song that's been tearing up the country charts, which I'm really eager to hear, because I am a country fan. I love two types of music. No, it's not going to be country and western. It's not that joke. We've all seen the Blues Brothers. I love hard rock and I love country. They might seem completely opposite, but we're going to explain later on in my little seminar on influence exactly how all these things can come together and how really just great music is great music. So I can't wait to have a listen to that. And of course, Bianca's original called
Life.
And she just sound checked that before, and that was fantastic. I got to hear about 3/4 of it. So I'm looking forward to hearing the last part. Yes. But it's also got a really touching story behind it, which is gonna blow you away. It's really powerful stuff, and so I look forward to hearing that. So that's a taste of what we've got for you later on. But Pino, do you reckon we give him a taste of Muscat?
Yeah, we're all set to go.
We're good to go. All right, this song is "Selfish" by Muscat. Enjoy.
I guess respect's a bit too much to ask, and now I know that's what we never had. And I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, the rumors bitter taste made my head spin. When truth came out, all the poison kicked in. And I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, never working out. So many secrets, tell me, have I heard them all? So now you want your hands, what is your master plan? You pushed me and now it's on. And nothing but selfish and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. Nothing but selfish and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. The line you cross is scar I'll always have. The bridge you burn has just destroyed our past. And I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, so many secrets, tell me, have I heard them all? So now you want your hand, that's the plan. You pushed me and now it's on. And nothing but selfish and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. Nothing but selfish and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. Nothing but So now you want your hand, up your hands. Your master plan, you must be. And now it's all nothing but selfish, and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. Nothing but selfish, and I can't take it. You're just so damn selfish, it's straight up crazy. I'm done with you, get the hell out of my life. Nothing but selfish.
Come and join Australia's award-winning singing and music school, Vocal Arts Studios, to further your music education. With private lessons in singing, guitar, drums, bass, piano and songwriting, as well as a chance to join a band class, vocal ensemble and be part of overseas performance trips, workshops and recording. Vocal Arts Studios is the only music school in Australia with international partnerships and a global network to help you on your musical journey. From beginners to professionals, all ages and styles, children to adults. Follow us on social media at Vocal Arts Studios. Visit the website vocalartsstudios.com and phone us today 03 994 8066.
Okay, and we're back. So before you give your little shout out, and it's coming, someone very special who sent a number of text messages and is now on the air with us, but you'll find out who that is. But I just wanted to read a quick little bit about Musket. They were formed in 2013. It's actually funny because I was sitting upstairs at the old studio and Ricky came in and he's like, "What do you think of the name Musket?" And a few people thought, "That's no good." I was like, "Dude, yeah, that's a name. I'm gonna steal it." But 2015, they were signed to the record label Cultivator Records. Gigs with Shanti, Maxi Priest, various other international acts. They had another song, Girlfriend, that was out there doing really well. But yeah, it's a cool band. Check out the website musketband.com. That is, make sure I got this right. Yes, MUCAT band.com. And check out their stuff 'cause it's really cool. And Ricky's a bit of a favorite at the studio. And I see Troy's joined us. Hey, yes. Troy, how you doing?
Hello.
I'll miss seeing you tomorrow. It's public holiday. Make up for it next week.
Same.
See, there you go.
Exactly.
All right. So who did you want to say hello to?
I'd like to say hi to my nana because she took a while, but she got on. So thanks for trying.
Yeah, persistence.
And
way to go.
Everyone else I know on there, thanks for coming and joining.
Hi to everyone.
Hope you enjoy.
Jump in the chat, say hello. If you want to call us, message us on here's the number 0412 376 848. We would love to hear from you. We encourage interaction.
Any
Bianca,
questions? Yes.
your drum teacher says, nice show. Have you practiced your drums today?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good
Actually.
girl. There you
Finesse.
go, Troy.
And I see, good. That Finesse is a song we're working on in a band that Bianca's in, that I teach. And I can tell you that if Bianca says that she's practiced, she's practiced. I get very worried if I go into the, we have what would you call it? Like a roster, I can't think of the name of it now, like a schedule type thing that tells us, the students for the day and if someone's going to be away and all that sort of stuff. And if there's a C for cancelled next to Bianca, it's like, oh, like, is she okay? Do we need to alert somebody? The authorities?
Yeah.
A manhunt, an APB.
The only time I ever mix music if I'm like really, really sick or after like a school camp or something.
But if you love it, it's not a chore.
Yeah, exactly.
Practice might be difficult sometimes. I mean, that's kind of the nature of practice. If practice is easy, I think I actually saw this on Troy's Facebook page and thought it was exactly what I wanted to say. It's like a meme. But if practice is easy, then you're largely doing it wrong because you can already play what you're playing. So you need to be pushing yourself. There is nothing wrong, nothing at all wrong with just playing a song that you like and enjoying music for what it is. But when you're practicing, you've got to be pushing yourself.
Yeah, to get better and better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that is how you improve. And I mean, everyone approaches music differently too.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
You know, I always say that if someone, you know, let's say a guitarist doesn't want to become Eddie Van Halen, there's the Van Halen reference, I knew it was coming, that's fine. But they should become the best at what they want to be.
Yeah.
And if
yeah,
that's
exactly.
just sitting around the campfire strumming songs, then they should be able to get to a level where they feel really great about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they
that
want
makes
to
sense.
become Eddie Van Halen, number 2 reference, then, you know, practice.
Yeah, you
and,
have to, you know, have a goal and push yourself to set it.
Yeah,
and get to it.
And if you have a goal, it is so much more satisfying when you achieve it than if you just kind of, one day you're quite good. You're like, okay, well, that's good. You know, because if you set a goal, you achieve it, you set another goal and another goal and another
Yeah.
goal. And you can actually chart your progress.
You just get better and better.
Yeah, but okay, so now what we want to do is have a chat with Bianca about this original song she's going to be singing and the story behind it.
Yes.
First off, I can't remember this. Was this the first song you ever? This wasn't the first song you ever wrote, was it?
Well, the first song I ever wrote was I wrote it with some other girl from TDP, Emma Gekus.
Yeah.
So this was really my first single that I wrote, like by myself on my piano.
Your first solo number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I feel like when I taught a band of yours years ago, you came in with something that was pretty cool too, like bits of songs, but
yeah.
like a rap type. She loves to rap, like a rap type thing. But as far as actually, because that's songwriting, you don't necessarily just go out, write a song, that's it.
Exactly,
It's an ongoing process, like anything.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so tell them a little about the song, and I'll sort of butt in if I need to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So this song is called Life, and it's about a good friend of my family from Toronto who had a ice hockey accident and became a quadriplegic. He has 2 beautiful girls and a wife, and they do so much for him because as a quadriplegic, you really can't do anything. Like, you can't feed yourself. Like, you can do like nothing. Like, so, but he can still talk. He still remembers so much, and you know, it really inspired me because you know, when we saw the family, we went to Italy with the family, but he couldn't come because, you know, it's just a bit too much for him to go all those flights. But before that, him and his family went on a cruise. So it's like the first time in forever that's gone out of his house, like out of his country, really.
And that's, of course, got to be so difficult to sustain an injury like that. Of course, obviously the physical aspect of it, but also mentally, just because your body won't do what you want it to doesn't mean that your mind isn't there and isn't sharp.
Yeah,
and that's just
exactly,
an extra kind of, I don't know, in some ways it's an extra, what's the word, tragedy or shame or pain, but it's also, it means that there are ways to overcome.
Exactly.
You know, if your mind is still there, then
you just got to keep going as well. You know,
you might have to find different ways, I suppose, to approach life. And yeah, so they went on the cruise, and you know, as the wife said, Marissa, you know, it was really hard because you know you need to help him go everywhere and stuff, and it just really inspired me, knowing you know they still do that just for him to get the best life he possibly can. Yeah.
And so it's just a fantastic story. And as I was saying to you yesterday, you know, it's really not that easy. Like now he can't work, so Marissa's, you know, still got to work. The kids still got to go to school and stuff. So it's really, really hard, but they really push through, and it's really inspiring. Yeah,
it's a really, I think, so when you told me that, I thought it's simultaneously a really sad story, of course, but it's also an uplifting story because if you're surrounded by good people,
exactly.
There's always hope of a good quality of life and all that sort of thing.
Exactly.
As far as that goes. So I thought that was a really nice story, and it's worth noting too. It's a really mature topic to cover for a song.
Yeah, it is.
Like honestly, I would struggle.
I was just about to say, how old are you, Bianca?
Yeah, that's
13.
it. Old soul, old soul.
At the moment, I'm 13, but when I wrote that song, I was 12.
You were 12, turning 30, somewhere there.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
it. See what I said?
Unbelievable.
You thought I was joking?
Yeah, but he's just, you know, really inspiring, and I'm going to go see him in a few weeks, actually, I'm going to go to Toronto with my dad.
Wow.
We've got a few CDs out to give out to the family. I'm going to give him one. And he really does respect, how much how much the song means to me as well.
Yeah.
And, it's just, it's really nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, and what I take from stories like that, or try to, is that most of us can sit here, able-bodied, able-minded, all that type of thing. Most of us are pretty lucky, and yet we can complain about things.
Exactly.
We can complain. The example I think I said to you was I saw a blind lady crossing the road.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there complaining about waiting at the lights.
Yeah.
And then I see her and I think, you know what?
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
No, it's really not that bad.
most of us are pretty lucky.
Yeah, and the song's really about anyone that's gone through a dramatic thing, and how it affects. It just affects the immediate family, but it can affect so many people around you. It's you don't even realize. And so it affects a lot of people. So my songs, it's inspired by him, but it's for all the people out there who's had some family member or friend, something that's gone through something huge, who's changed everyone's lives. But yeah, there's a little rap in there that sums up the little story.
Of course, there's a rap.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Are you ready to unleash the song?
Yes, I am.
Pino, we good?
Yes, we are. We're all
Excellent.
ready.
Okay. This is a treat.
I am stuck in this situation, and I know I've just gotta be patient, giving it my all. It's not something I'll do anymore. Cause things have changed many times before, and I can't risk it anymore. And things will change all the time, and I can't seem to take it off my mind. Change is something that could happen time to time. It's something that could change your life, but no one really knows how or why or when or who. But change could happen to you. Could happen to you. Things can change so fast, but things can't change the past. Even though that I am painting my own past. Cause things have changed many times before, and I can't risk it anymore. And things will change all the time, and I can't seem to take it off my mind. Change is something that could happen time to time. It's something that could change your life, but no one really knows how or why or when or who. But change could happen to you. It was the 25th of March when it all began. 2007, he was playing ice hockey, man, where he went to take a shot, but he fell and bumped his head. The whole arena, you couldn't hear a sound. He couldn't feel his body from the neck down. He's got his own family, 2 beautiful girls, a wonderful wife. They give him the world. Many years have passed, and he still can't walk. Mentally he's fine, you can tell when he talks, but if he feels it for a while, you always see a smile. Change is something that could change your life, but no one really knows how or why or when or who, but change could happen to you, could happen to you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. What a great song. And if that was only the second song that you ever wrote, I look forward to hearing the rest. I look forward to the
Yeah.
album.
Well, that song's actually on iTunes now and Spotify and a lot of Google stuff.
Okay, so everyone
go
get out
buy it.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Life by Bianca Schembri, and you
Life.
can follow me on all my social media as well. Facebook, Instagram.
Fantastic. Let me say that the first person who can post in the comments that they've either bought a copy or listened on Spotify, I will give you something.
Oh.
Yes, something good. A giveaway of sorts. Feel free to call us on 0412376848 and tell us what you think.
Hi, Tamara.
Tamara Schembri, the song makes her cry. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty touching.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
She-
that's
yes, a very
incredible.
supportive auntie, as well as Louise de Blasi as well.
We got the whole Schembri clan on
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
It's the Schembri show.
Yes.
The ones who aren't at the footy watching Richmond win, I hope. Fingers crossed. Make it 2. But all right, so let's start talking about the topic that I wanted to touch on for quite a few reasons, and one of them being that we can start some giveaways.
Yes.
People can start interacting with these with this topic and these questions, and I'll give you some cool stuff. But I wanted to go back to when you said that your dad would play music and you tap your foot.
Yes.
Okay, because I think that influence in music is incredible. It's not necessarily just the people that we listen to as musicians that have influenced us. It can be anything. It can be surroundings. It can be
Yeah, exactly.
the story that we just heard. It can be
Yeah.
something as simple as your dad plays a song, you think it's kind of cool, you tap your foot, and that initiates something in you.
Yeah, and it's really weird because it kind of showed from the beginning, you know, she's gonna be part of music, because I couldn't even talk then. I was still
Yeah.
young, and I just was tapping my foot. Like, I just could hear it. I knew like what it was, and I did it from then on. I was just always tapping my foot to the beat.
Never stopped.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, no, I totally relate because, and I think a lot of musicians and just people who enjoy music, of course,
Yeah.
would have a similar story. I know for me, the first real memory I have of music, apart from there was a guy, you know, you're not going to know his name. John Schumann did some kids music. I think he was from the band Red Gum, if I remember. And I vaguely remember hearing that as a kid. But no, the real, you know, the first thing was my family bought a video of the Highwaymen. Here comes the Waylon reference. We've had the Van Halen reference. We get the Waylon reference. This is why no one talks to me. But no. And I thought Waylon Jennings' guitar looked really cool. And I walked up the screen. I was going to touch it. I wanted to, you know, I'll have that. Thank you. And I thought it sounded cool. And it was just like, oh no, we're getting a footy score here, are we? I don't even want to know what he's typing.
Richmond
Ah.
by 20 points.
Well done. Hopefully hopefully it's another Brisbane situation.
By the way, I'm an Essendon supporter, so.
Well, yeah, you can mute her mic now. But you've said enough. No. But yeah, I heard this guitar and I just thought, wow, this is incredible. You know,
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like this, and it initiated something in me that I just want to have to do this. I have to do this. It's
Yeah,
not
just like
negotiable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so you know, you said you got the keyboard for Christmas and all that.
Yeah, because it really shows if you got that from a young age, you can't, like, you wouldn't have gotten inspired by anyone yet because you wouldn't really understand yet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I wasn't so lucky to get a guitar for Christmas. I was a little young. I did, however, get my auntie managed to fashion a tissue box with some string, and I forget what the neck was made of. There's a
Good
photo out there somewhere, and I had a cowboy hat, and I actually had I had an authentic Waylon Jennings guitar pick that my uncle had got through working in a hotel, and the Highwaymen stayed there. Anyway, so I'm playing a tissue box guitar with a celebrity guitar pick. That's pretty much.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the beginnings of rock and roll or something.
Start somewhere.
So anyway, where I want to go with this, and the question is going to be right now, and so hit us up on Facebook, the phone, however you like, and answer me this. Who do you think is one of the most influential musicians of all time? However, there is a condition. I mean, it would be very easy to come out and say the Beatles or Elvis, and I agree with you. But that's not really opening a dialogue, is it? We all know that.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, who do you think is someone? Sorry, I cut you off then.
No, it's all good.
How rude of me. No manners.
That's right.
Who do you think is someone, a band, an artist? It could be an industry person, a producer, or someone who doesn't get their due. Someone who you think, hey, I hear a lot of their music in other people, and it can be an old artist, it could be a new artist. You hear a lot of their music, and you don't often hear people say, hey, that person was really influential. I think that's something that's never really discussed. I got a lot of people I'd like to throw out there, but hit me up with some answers. Got some vouchers, of course, from our sponsors, Village Pizzeria, Sanchuro Water Gardens. They're awesome. They've kicked in heaps of stuff for us.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep going.
I reckon we should get Sanchuro to bring some in the studio.
Ooh.
some
maybe.
some sort of
You're making me hungry just saying that all the time. So.
little peckish, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit peckish.
Well, give me a good answer. I'll give you a voucher. I think that's called payola. I can't do that. But yeah. So another thing that I'm really interested in, and I think is a really great way to learn about music. I'm really big on the history of music. I think that it's not. We have access today. We don't know how lucky we are to have access to Spotify, to Google Play, to YouTube. To we don't have VHS. We got YouTube. You don't know how lucky we are. Did you ever have to pause a VHS and try and see what chord they were playing?
No.
Oh my God, it was hard. But so I would ask you. I'm going to use you as my guinea pig with this. So watch out. So name an early influence, someone that it doesn't have to be someone where you try to emulate them or copy them, but someone you listened to and thought, wow, that's really cool.
Do you want one like now or like my first one?
It doesn't really matter.
All right, I'll tell you my first one.
Because I got a plan.
All right. So since I was young, I actually really loved Pink. Like I was a huge fan of Pink. I didn't even I did like the music then as well, but Pink was just always went to her. Like my parents went to her concert. I was too young. Like they brought me a DVD back, and I used to listen to it all the time. But I think that I get influenced by her and other singers just because, they make good songs, but they're also good people as well, and they treat their fans.
Big. I like that.
They treat their fans with respect, and in every way, they're just good people and good at what they do and do it for what they love.
It's not hard to treat fans with respect.
Yeah, exactly. But some just
look, in my experience, personally and through stories and whatnot, it's often like the bigger they are or the bigger the legend they are, the nicer they are, because they don't have this insecurity or anything. It's like, hey, I'm a superstar. Well, why wouldn't I be nice?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just my experience.
Like if I saw like someone disrespect their fans, it just puts me off. Like saying, I don't want to get to know you or listen to your songs because, these people are supporting you. They're actually getting you where you are.
There's a joke on The Simpsons when Bart becomes a rock star and he's all jaded and disgruntled and out of it. And he says, "This next song's called Me Fans Are Stupid Pigs." And I just thought that's such a great parody of like the jaded, washed up rock star getting angry at the fans. But no. So the question, or the suggestion, really, I wanted to put to you, if you haven't done it, is take someone like Pink. Now, have you ever looked into who her influences are?
No, I haven't.
It's a really cool thing to do because. How do I put this? If you want to sound, not sound like an artist, I shouldn't say that. It sounds like you want to copy them. But if you want to have elements of their sound within what you do, and that might not even be obvious. It might just be a little songwriting inflection that they have, or just bits and pieces, because we're all products of our influences in life and in music, you know. But it's a really cool thing to do, to check out music that they were into. And music they're into now as well. Yeah, and just to trace that
does make sense.
And to see the evolution. I've discovered so much fantastic music by reading books about artists I love and tracing their journey all the way back to often, you know, if it's an older artist, you're going back 50s.
Yeah.
And just hearing all this different music, it's often quite surprising too.
It's really crazy.
Like, there'll be...
I think, you know, I've realized that in the older days, it was a lot more rock than pop.
Yeah,
pop. And now there's not much rock out anymore, which is kind of sad.
Man, believe me, I know.
I'm
trying. People, the Chevaliers album will be out soon. It's going to be called The Dirty Dozen, and it's going to blow you away. Okay, we're going to bring rock back, but you'll hear more about that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, speaking of rock, let's play a country song.
All right.
No, it's just going to be really good. So Kerosene by Ashley Stewart. We're going to play that, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you about some of the fantastic achievements that she's been racking up, because she is just on fire and doing great. She's over in America. She's getting a whole lot of airplay. This is a song that she co-wrote with Manny from the studio. Manny writes. He's been on the charts himself. He
also
produces.
recorded my song.
He does it all.
He's awesome. Like, there's nothing he can't do.
Manny does it all, and when he's done with that, he does a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
But, let's cut away now to Kerosene by Ashley Stewart.
Cool.
I run so far from you that my head's spinning, looking for solid ground. I can't stop my feet from feeling like they're about to fall under me. Your blue eyes burn right through the back of me until I can't sleep. Your touch sets me on fire from the inside out, and when you talk, it echoes through all of my doubt. And even when I try to tell myself that you're bad for me, 'cause even when you're running straight to me, baby, your love is heresy. You shatter my heart and build me back up, all in one breath. I can still feel your hands around my waist, fall into my death. I have gone too far away to turn back now, because you're my train wreck. Your touch sets me on fire from the inside out, and when you talk, it echoes through all of my doubt. And even when I try to tell myself that you're bad for me, 'cause even when you're running straight to me, baby, your love is kerosene. I crash, you break, no warm embrace. I scream, you dream of a different me. Out claws are out, no one backs down. Your touch sets me on fire from the inside out, and when you talk, it echoes through all of my doubt. And even when I try to tell myself that you're bad for me, straight to me. Baby, your love is kerosene.
And we're back. All right, cool. So we've been getting some answers to the question,
Yes.
and
Few
I'm
good
just
ones.
gonna a few good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read out some of these achievements that that Ashley
From the
has racked
song?
up. I actually have to pull it up on my phone here because there's so many. There's no way. I don't think she
Very
could remember all of
successful.
these. You know, which is really cool. And then we're gonna give some stuff away. Okay, so keep those answers coming in. Pino's
Yes.
over there reading. He's kind of got a lean going on, leaning right into the screen there,
And Casey, did you say reading?
reading.
What part of a drummer you don't understand?
Well, yeah. Let's not start with the jokes. I'm sure you've had a lifetime of it. All right, so Ashley, 23, she was named in the Australian Songwriters Association's top 30 list, among others, for a debut
Wow.
singer. She was a nominee for the ASA, Australian Songwriters Association, co-founder award. It's given to the award to show. Sorry, the award is given to those musicians who show diversity and excellence in their songwriting. She's one of 2 Victorians to be nominated for the award, and she's the youngest recipient. Wow, more than 5,000 applicants for that particular.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, contest. So that's a really great achievement. Cracked the Kerosene, that particular song, cracked the top 10 country music charts on the Australian Country Songwriters Show for 3 weeks in a row. She was... Hold on, sorry, I'm going to throw it out. It was co-written by Manny, as we said, and she has a Bachelor of Acting from the University of Ballarat, diploma in music performance vocals from Rock School, which is something that we do at the studio.
Yes.
You've done quite a few...
I've done one for drums,
Yep.
which I got a distinction, and I've done. I did grade 1 for. I got 1 in 3 for singing, and doing 4 this year.
Awesome.
So yeah.
But yeah, again, a whole list of achievements. Kerosene is available on iTunes and Spotify. So once again, get on there, give it a good listen again, and support this great talent, because
Yeah.
there's so much great music out there, and this is just one way that we can, help you
Get it out
discover
there.
hopefully something new. And so let's start giving things away, giving it all away, as Leo Sayer wrote and Roger Daltrey sang. You get that reference, right?
Kind of, yeah. Makes sense.
That's not obscure at all. It's obscure in 1973. Okay, so we will give away a Centuro voucher for one of the answers on there that I liked, Louise, with Adele. Now,
Yes, Louise DeBlasi.
yes, that
Which
is
is
an
a really
interesting
good
answer,
one.
because that is a modern artist who is very influential, and I think will be influential.
Yeah.
That first album, that was the huge one, was the first one, wasn't it? The one that did like 10 million in the US.
Yeah, I actually think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her first. That's a monster album, and that sold 10 million copies when the music industry was in a sharp decline. So it shows that if something is exceptional, it's not the sort of music I listen to frequently, but I've enjoyed every song
same.
I've heard.
Exactly.
Really, they are very well written songs, well
Yeah, and,
performed.
like,
So
all those songs have like meaning as well, which is
Yeah.
really a big part of it.
so I think that's a great answer.
Yes.
You've got yourself a Centuro voucher. Let me get this pizza box up here.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Applause. Yeah. All right, so I won't get one free. Centuro Water Gardens, that's yours. I'll leave it here. It's not going anywhere, is it? Not till you get it. So, Pino, how do we sort that out? Just get in touch with you? Is that how?
Sorry, I was actually just doing that right.
Well, keep doing.
I'm typing it online to get in touch with me.
Keep on keeping on.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to win, we got 2 more of those, but I just want to give you one more little incentive here. What else have we got? Cool stuff.
Cool.
Too many things in my hands here. Okay. Vocal Zone throat lozenges
Yes.
for helping to keep a clear voice. So
apparently our Vocal Art Studios will get the prizes out.
okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
okay, cool.
There we go.
Yeah, so
cool.
it'll be organised.
You'll get prizes. I'll see to it personally. I'll oversee it with an iron fist. Okay, so for this one, I just want to know who do you think is an underrated but influential vocalist? I mean, it makes sense.
Give us a call.
Vocal lozenges, give us a call. What's the
Yes.
number?
0412376848.
0412376848. That's
Don't
how
be
they do it in
shy.
radio. They
Yes,
repeat it.
exactly.
That's it. Good stuff.
And I think it's very fair if someone calls in to win a prize.
Yeah, and particularly,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, this is a cool prize. Call in, have a chat.
Yeah,
We
useful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with any answer as long as it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like you
Those,
probably
those lozenges are worth $20 apparently.
yeah.
Wow. So
I'd be happy with this.
yeah, start ringing.
The only thing you pretty much can't say is you can't call in and say yourself. You can't say that you're the
Yes.
most influential vocalist ever, but unless you are,
Yes, unless you maybe have to do a little song for us.
in that case, I'd love to talk to you. Pino, are you able to scroll up there and see what other comments we got? I can't get them on my phone.
No, that's where we're at the moment.
Okay, so we can't. So throw us some other comments there, and I did actually. Oh, I'm sorry. I did see one from Anthony for Freddie. I'm assuming Freddie Mercury, who he does get his due, but God, how can I say this without being controversial? I think in some ways Freddie Mercury is slightly, and just don't judge me till you've heard this, slightly overrated. In other ways, he's criminally underrated. I think a lot of people miss some of the really cool things about Freddie. You know, they just focus on the bombastic vocals and the big image and all of that sort of stuff, and they miss some of the subtleties. So, yeah, Centurio voucher, Anthony, you got it, man.
It's this one left.
I'll
so
see you down there. Who else have we got for a voucher? And we still got a $50 Village Pizzeria
Yes.
voucher on this empty pizza box here to give away.
I reckon for the $50 one, they have to call in.
You have to call in. That's
Yes.
$50.
Or else
Exactly,
we're not going to give it
$50.
away.
Yeah, we're not going
You
to give it
need to
away.
call in.
I'm going to go down there
Yeah,
and
we'll go eat now.
yeah, we'd get pizza. It'd be
Yeah, exactly.
fantastic.
Anthony Mousley also said Claire Torrey. Anyone we know?
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know the name,
Yeah, I don't either.
but if you can enlighten us,
Yeah.
Oh,
give
there
us
you
some
go.
background.
From the Village Pizzeria, thank you to Gary Farina. Free coffee this week for anyone who mentions Vocal Art Studios in the store.
hey,
Oh, that's a good
look
one.
at this.
That's a good one, Gary.
Yeah,
Well
it
done.
is.
Thank you so much.
The
There you
riches
go.
are piling up, people.
Yeah, $50.
Get in
voucher
touch.
as
Give
well.
us a call. You can win some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
0412-376-848. I love to have a chat. I'm really very nice. So does Bianca.
I know where to go to get a free coffee, that's all.
That's it. Well, so far we got the pizza, we got the coffee.
Yeah.
So, Gary, what do we need to do to get a dessert?
Yeah, wow. Well, we got so going to Village Pizzeria, mention Vocal Art Studios, get a free
Yeah.
coffee, try the awesome pizza down there too. Let's
And
not forget.
If you like ring us up, and you can also get $50 off pizza as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a lot of pizza.
Yeah, so take your whole family out. Nice gathering.
Well, even if you have a huge family.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
you can still, you know, you have like
feed the whole
like
neighborhood.
13 people in your family. Yeah, you can take the street out.
Yeah, it's on me.
Do you really like your neighbors? Well, if you don't, soon they'll really like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually nice to know if Gary from the Village Pizzeria is actually right. Pino, your coffee is always free.
Oh,
No.
Always has been
Oh,
free.
that's true. That's true.
It's true. Oh, we have a caller.
Oh.
telephone is ringing.
Oh, no. Hello.
Why is nobody wanting to win prizes?
Oh, we're in trouble now.
The big boss is in on the phone, guys.
Big boss
boss.
man.
It's the boss.
Hello, boss.
Hello, Liz.
Good
Hey,
evening, all.
How are we?
Oh, not bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just tying up the phone. to
Yeah.
remind our audience that we have got a $20 vocal zone packet of vocal zone and $50 voucher from the Pizzeria in Keilor. Come on, guys, you need to ring. We don't care who you are, but you need to listen to what Casey and Bianca are saying.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
We don't want to be on air till 10 tonight trying to give these things away.
I-
Otherwise,
I got
5
places to be.
minutes to go, and we're rolling them over to next week's show.
Hey, Liz, I got places to be. Guess where?
You're not taking that voucher.
Hey, no, not there. I got to go somewhere later on tonight.
Oh, it's cherry night tonight.
It's public holiday tomorrow.
Silly of me. All right, well, I'm hanging up. I'm tying up.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye, Liz.
Thank
You
you.
need to ring everybody. The number is 0412 376 848.
Hey, Liz,
Yeah,
just
what?
quickly, you getting the feedback on that phone?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Listener, turn down your radio dial.
Hey, my sound is off. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, people. So
That's what I love.
Liz,
I wanna-
Liz
That's what I
said.
love about Liz. She's just straight to the point. And
Exactly.
it's like, see you later.
yes, sometimes you
good.
love that. Okay. I'll show you how you do it. So you get your little phone device here, your electric telephone. You power it up, steam power, battery, whatever it uses. Wind it up if you have to. You press the 0. That's the first one you press. 412 follows. Then there's a 376.
848.
4 and indeed 8
Yes,
does
so
complete the
0412
requisite
376 848.
telephone number. Yeah, you call us up. You get
Yeah.
on the air just like
Don't
that,
be shy. Anybody.
and you can pretty much say
Have a
anything,
little
keep it
chat,
clean.
whatever you like.
I could call
Win a
up right
prize,
now. I could
have
ring.
a good answer.
Look at this. Look at that right there. I could ring up and
Get
say
the prize
hello and win the
right
prize
here.
myself. But I'm not going to do it because I'm such a lovely person. So you gotta outclass me and ring up and get
Yeah.
that prize, or else it rolls over to next week.
What we're going to do is we're going to go to a commercial. Let
Cool.
the people think about calling in, and
Hopefully we get a few calls.
yeah, we'll be back right after this.
GM Sound Studios has been operating since 1983 and is faithfully servicing the music industry. With spacious rehearsal rooms as well as the main auditorium that can be used for live recordings, videos or gig simulated rehearsals. At GM Sound we offer a fully licensed function room for hire. Whether it's a birthday, anniversary or a private gig, we cater for all your needs and requests. The function room has great surroundings and room for up to 130 people. Bookings are essential. GM Sound has a fully fitted recording studio run by our in-house producer engineer Chris Gatz, who is establishing himself in the industry as a gifted operator. We also have Joe Yamuni, who has opened a sales service shop called Guitar Works. Located inside GM Sound Studios, Guitar Works will cater for all your repairs. GM Sound has ample off-street parking, coffee and tea making facilities, and a fully functional bar available to all our clients. Check out our Facebook page for up-and-coming events. Overall, it's a great hang with quality staff at hand. For further inquiries, call GM on 9359-6799 and see what the North has to offer. Remember, don't go round and round. Get down to GM Sound.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
We are. And so, if anyone out there wants to win that prize, you got a couple of short minutes to call in. 0412376848. But I should let you know that we will be back next week, and I will have Liz co-hosting with me on the mic. That's next Tuesday, which will be pretty cool. She just rang in, so you'll see her in the flesh.
Yes.
We'll have a chat. There'll be a bit of banter. It's usually pretty interesting when we get together and talk. So we'll tell some cool stories and have a bit of fun. We're going to have our guest, Jess Posev, on next week.
Yes.
Excuse me. Really talented artist, student, and that'll be a lot of fun. Don't forget the other shows. The other shows on the Museo channel. We've got Drum Talk Monday, 8 p.m., hosted by Pino. And we got Guitar Talk, hosted by Will. That is tomorrow night and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And tomorrow, Can Do Radio at 7 p.m. So there's quite a schedule there. There's something for everyone. They're all great shows. I've tuned into to quite a few of them and have enjoyed myself. So I suggest that you do the same. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in. I want to thank the Village Pizzeria. I want to thank Sanchuro at Water Gardens. I want to thank you all. I want to thank Bianca.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Letting me on the show. I had a fantastic time. Hopefully everyone else did.
One last plug for your song. Where can people get it?
All right, so by Life by Bianca Schembri on iTunes. You can also listen on Spotify, and you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I've got a few videos. I've done gigs and stuff. So yeah, just go check me out.
Awesome. Selfish by Musket. Check that out, musketband.com. And of course, Kerosene, Ashley Stewart. Check that out. As I said, iTunes, Spotify, all the usual outlets. And of course, we have to thank Pino.
Pino, yes.
And the Muso channel for giving us this opportunity and for hanging out with us. And
fantastic opportunity.
Keeping us company and babysitting us for a little while while we just waffle on about whatever we like.
Exactly.
It's always a pleasure, guys.
Pleasure is ours.
Once again, I'm going to thank the Village Pizzeria. They just put up now, if desserts are half price for anyone who shares the Muso channel page from the Village Pizzeria Facebook page.
Oh.
As of next week, if you drive past and honk the horn, they'll give you the shop. It's coming up to tax time. And
they're very great supporters there.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. That's really cool.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah, you can get a whole feast there.
It's really quite generous.
Well.
Yeah.
It's quite happy.
Beautiful.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next
week.
Have
a nice night.
On the mic. On the mic. On the
On the Mic with Vocal Art Studios.